Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live. It's Sunday, 2 p.m. every week. If you're here, say hi and press the like button. So, as I say every week, if you're new here, you have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes before you can comment. Please keep it friendly. If you are here and you don't watch my channel, don't comment. You don't understand what we're talking about, and usually it's not really going to be conducive to the conversation, let's say. So, hello, Ixie. Hi there. So yeah, let me know you're here if you're here, and feel free to ask questions or comment or discuss things anything you want to talk about, truth related. You can talk about anything truth related, conspiracy related if you want. I'm not really a conspiracy person, but we're open to talking about it. I've been down those rabbit holes. And yeah, today, the main topic that we're going to start with is losing the fear, because we're moving into a phase now where this is what I call rushing the Christmas tree phase. Because more people are waking up, and more people are going to be waking up, to various levels. And as they do, they're going to need our help. As I showed in my Maui video, they're going to need your help. And so how do we go about doing that? Because a lot of times we think that we need to wake people up, but it's not your responsibility to wake anyone up. It is everybody's responsibility to wake up themselves. And some people are just not meant to wake up. So we have to be able to let that go. Ixie, please don't do that. Hey, come on. Come on. Good kitty. Good kitty. You're so good. So, hello, Eternal Being, Katia, Wilfie. Hello. Been loving the new channels you recommended. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I've been listening to Be Something Wonderful. He's really good. And made a few shifts. If you are a TrueLove member, you've heard all about that. So I hope you're listening to Be Something Wonderful, because he gets it. And I was thinking about that too, like with basically what he talks about is I am, and it's connected to law of assumption, because it makes everything easier. And I knew that it was going to be easier to manifest than all of the other stuff people were saying, because I had manifested easily in the past. So all of these like tools and everything, they help, but you don't need them. Ixie, come on. Yeah. I've had some new shifts as well. Excellent. Hello, Andrea. Hello. So yeah, I've had some really powerful shifts, and again, it's all about what you feel and what you how you perceive things and what you feel. So his stuff is very powerful and very helpful. Another channel that I find helpful in the same vein is the Rosie Life. She talks about the same stuff, and she's also very, very powerful. Excuse me, I have some allergies today. I just cleaned, so everything's like up in the air and annoying my nose. I'm glad to hear you've had some great shifts. So yeah, what I wanted to start off with was fear, because we're moving into this stage now where a lot more people are waking up. And like I say, they're going to need our help, because they're going to need to know which direction to go, and it's going to be a bit chaotic. And if you have to look after yourself first. If they come to you for help and guidance because they see that you know something, then help them. But don't go to them and don't push them and don't force them. And if you think about how you woke up and how you came to the truth, usually you were open when somebody presented some ideas to you, or you came across some information, but if somebody tried to shove it down your throat, you're like, hell no. Hello, Nat. So yeah, I think the best analogy for all of that is the Poseidon Adventure. And if you are a TrueLove member, again, you've seen the video, and I'm going to refer to that movie a lot because it's such a good allegory for a lot of things. And there's, in looking at, Be Something Wonderful, Bill Donahue, and how they interpret the scriptures and everything, and how I interpret it as well, not just the scriptures, but everything in reality, it's multi-leveled for a reason. It's allegory for a reason. So what they're showing you is just another layer, and it's really the same thing. It's the same thing applied in a different way. So I find it really fascinating, and it's like the same path, the Kundalini Awakening path, is applied on many levels. And so he's talking about the same thing, just in a different way. My dog of 15 years passed on Friday. Sorry to hear that. Normally I'd have been in a puddle on the floor. She just moved out of the 3D. I can miss her, but she's not gone, and I don't have to cry so hard. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's great when you can see things in a different way, because it's, like you say, she's just left the 3D. She's still with you, though. She's with you internally, and you can still have forms of expression of her in the 3D, things that remind you of her, or things that communicate from, I guess you want to say, the other side. But it's kind of like when, like I talked about when Tara died and I was still able to communicate with her. It was like in the 3D, there was this sort of limited form of how we could communicate and everything. But when she died, I was able to communicate with her on a different level, and it was formless. So it was a little easier to communicate because she could reach out to me in a variety of ways. So it's kind of the same sort of thing. Apotheosis, most definitely. Yeah. So, yeah, I've just been seeing a few questions and comments and concerns about how to deal with people coming out of, the stupor and coming out of the spell into the truth, and how to deal with particular fears, particular anxieties, fears, things that we have to deal with that we're afraid to deal with. So if there's anything that you want to discuss, we can discuss it. If you want, if you find that it's too daunting to talk about it openly here, it's totally fine. You can email me or something beforehand if there's something you want to discuss in a chat and you don't want to put your name on it. If you want to be anonymous, you can do that too, or through Discord. If you want to do it, DM me in Discord and say, I've been dealing with this. Can we talk about it in the live, or that sort of thing? Feel free to do that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that come up in the Discord that a lot of people have had the courage to bring up that are very personal, and I applaud you for doing so. And you don't have to post it in a public forum, but it is great because you can get other people's perspectives on it, and there's some really good perspectives in the Discord, particularly, who can lend you some support and encouragement and help you to see things from a different perspective. because a lot of times we get very myopic in our perspective, and like Be Something Wonderful says, we tend to look at things from like the 0.001% of our like narrow perspective and forget the rest of everything that's there. And really, it's just a shift in perception. It's a shift in perspective. So, Ixie, you're a little bit rambunctious today. No, that's not for you. Come on. That's right. Let's go. Thank you. Hey, TrueLove. Scott Boy, hope you are doing well. New to you and loving your channel. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Yeah, there's been quite a few new people subscribed to my channel. I think I'm enjoying it because I'm seeing that a lot of new people are subscribing due to my nines video, which is great because I know that you're resonating with some of the more esoteric information that I'm sharing, and that it's not coming from like stuff from 2020 where it was like fear-based stuff. And that tells me about the quality of subscribers and viewers that are coming here. So welcome. And like I say, feel free to contribute, feel free to ask questions, but if you don't feel comfortable, you can always email me. My email is on my website. So like the fear stuff, and you don't have to talk about yourself. You can talk about like other people that you've seen, their comments that you've seen, that you think might be helpful in terms of fear, because I've talked about this before in the sense that a lot of people will not recognize that they're in fear, and there's layers to it. Like one of the things I talked about on the membership side was some hidden fears that I had, things I didn't realize that I was carrying with me, things I didn't realize were even fears, because I was focused on the I don't want this instead of I want this. So in saying I don't want this, I'm pushing against something and perpetuating it. And then, so once I realized that that was what I was doing, totally subconsciously, because I had not even realized it was there, totally forgot about it. And then I switched it to what I do want, and it freed me up. And I just totally felt like that burden of the I don't was gone. So that's what I mean by hidden fears, because you don't notice they're there. They're not coming up in your daily life. It would show up in terms of like resistance or the unwanted perpetuating. And, you keep looking at it saying, I don't want that. And yet you're not realizing that that's because you were afraid of something. So you just keep looking at the I don't want instead of the I do want. And there's other fears that are even like obvious from our perspective once you've gone through the fear, or those particular fears that are more obvious, things like the evil elite pointing at them and saying, oh, they're out to get us, they're out to kill us. But you have to get past that perspective in order to understand what's really going on here. And, I've talked about it many, many times, but I feel like it's important to keep talking about it because, like I say, there's new people coming all the time, but also repetition helps people to learn, or saying the same things, but saying it in a different way also helps. Because even though there's also this sort of intellectual knowing and understanding that, yeah, I realize that that's fear. I realize that I'm still holding on to this. This is Am I back? Can you hear me and see me? I just researched The Nines again this morning. I love that movie. Somebody tell me if the connection is back up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's um hmm. Okay, well hopefully it's back again. Okay. The problem with this, okay.